Marvin a bit of a sucker punch at the end?
Yeah, probably deserved though. Honestly, probably deserved. Not from anything like being disrespectful to them, anything that they did, but just too many shortcuts. Too many people trying to take shortcuts today. You can't do it. You can't do it. Warned them all week about it. Today was about mentality and coming here and getting the job done and doing everything that we've been speaking about, doing it to the best of your ability. Too many players try to take shortcuts today.
They just didn't look at it today, did they?
No, they didn't. And, we got in at half-time and it's 0-0. Again, they didn't really trouble us, but we didn't really trouble them. People are shooting when they should have been passing. People trying to nutmeg. It's professional football. You have to show respect. And as I said, if you have the wrong mentality doing anything in life, you're going to come up short. And that's what's happened today.
And when you're up against a team like we are against Edinburgh, when they're young, energetic, just in your faces all the time, that's when they need to stand up, isn't it?
You've got to show your quality, though. And listen, it's not a case of stand up. They did it last week. They stood up to Kelty Heart, so we knew we were going to be physical on a tight pitch. But you just come with the wrong mentalities. This is going to be easy. We're going to win. I said it all week. You don't want to be on the wrong end of a result. So you have to do things correctly. Mentality needs to be right. We need to do everything to the best of our ability. Then the game will take care of itself. If you don't do that, you're going to be in for a long afternoon, a long weekend, and a long 7 days until the next game. People always think I bang on a bit about mentality rather than it's so important. It's so important. And you saw today that just, not all, just some of us, again, I'm not saying that just didn't have the mentality to go and win a game of football that you're expected to win.
It's not the first time that we've said this season, is it? That, against teams like this, when the mentality doesn't seem to be right, when they seem to be able to get it against teams in other higher up divisions.
Yeah, that's easy, isn't it? Easy motivating yourself against teams who are, Motherwell, for example, or Queen's Park in the cup. That's easy. This is the bread and butter. This is what you have to do. And I always talk about the same things, the process, etc., etc. And I can't. It's just so tough to watch it, but you've warned about it. As I said to them in there, if you hadn't been warned about it, if I didn't explain and the rest of the stuff how important it is, you see Jack Bryden out there trying to get not every single one, a lot of other players going. He's 20 years of age, just came back from a long injury. Get yourself going. This is our jobs. This is our livelihoods. We spoke about the fans coming and supporting how brilliant it is. We just let ourselves down today. We really, really have.
And then to lose the sucker punch is really 96th minute and their keeper.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of the set play, we've got loads of height on there. We should be dealing with it. It's the ball floated into the 6-yard box. I've not seen it back, but listen, we lose the first contact, I think, and then it drops to the goalkeeper and he scores. You just got to head the ball away and, come in after the game, and you get away with one papers over cracks, if I'm honest, because we weren't as aggressive in the press, etc., as like we should have been. But, you can see that goal, and I don't think there are many players over 6 foot on the pitch, and we had an awful lot. So it's what shows it's got nothing to do with height. It's that determination to go and do your job. And
it shows about the mentality of keeping it going until the very end as well.
Yeah, exactly. Or get going, So, listen, it's hard, and they're hurting in there, rightly so, and I'm hurting, and I need to apologise for the supporters because, they'll be hurting as well. But it was avoidable what happened today. That's the thing, it was avoidable. And like you say, last kick of the game, you can see the goal.
And these are the games that you really need to be and want to
you have to. Yeah, you don't want to, you have to. Wanting to do things isn't going to get them. You have to do it. There's a need to do it, and we didn't do it. We picked up 1 point when we should have been picking up 3 points. And as I said, you're ahead. Joel comes on and gets the goal, brilliant. Should score again, by the way. Should hit the target off Lewis's cross. But yeah, it's hard. It hurts. It hurts like a defeat.
I was going to say that exactly. It feels like a defeat today.
Yeah, of course it does, because as I said, it's just too many of us not at it, and that's the thing that really hurts. As I said, if you lose a game of football and you bang at it, or you draw a game of football, you accept it. Last week, we accept that. You get a point from last week and a point from today, but the feeling is very, very different. And as I said, we have to do better. We have to know better. Yeah.
Talking about Joel there, came on last week, looked very useful and unlucky not to score. He actually comes off the bench today and does score. So just again about getting him up to speed. Yeah,
exactly. Joel's missed a few days of training. He came down in the Kelty Hearts game and actually hurt his hip flexor, but managed to stay on for the rest of the game. So he's not trained an awful lot this week. But as you said, he came on and was a bright spark, willing to run in behind. really stretched the game for us. Won a few headers, etc. But we shouldn't be relying, without being disrespectful to them, we shouldn't be relying on a sub to come on and affect the game. We should be affecting the players who are on there, and not enough of us did.
Cammy Logan as well, losing him early on in that first half.
Yeah, Cammy, it's his ankle. I think he went in for a tackle. I think it was a genuine 50-50. I think the player just slightly mistimed it, and he's caught Cammy in the ankle rather than the ball. So we'll see how he is. He's kind of limped away, but yeah, we'll see how Cammy is.
And Harry as well, coming on back into the team today, but having to leave with what looked like taking a hard knock on his foot.
Yeah, no, it was more cramp. He's not played a lot of football. He's missed an awful lot of football. He played 45 minutes in the reserves with Max and Guff the other day. So yeah, Harry was able to come off or last that amount of time, but he said he needed to come off, and obviously it was our last stoppage, so that's why the 3 changes were made.
Does today's result now mean the game against Montrose is a must-win?
It was always a must-win for me. Every game's a must-win because we're trying to close the gap on the teams above us. I've not even seen the results today. I just take care of our own business, and we haven't done that. So regardless of what's going on around us, we haven't done our part of it. So yeah, listen, every game's a must-win between now and the end of the season, because as I say, we need to close that gap. But we need to be going to that game with a lot better mentality than we had today. And it's a game that every player needs to arrive on time, because you just can't. It affects the group.